After spending so many years in research, I have to admit that there have been times where I've really felt not good enough. Reading papers I couldn't understand, sitting through seminars which I dreaded. Over the years, I've realized something. This is not an indication of lack of intelligence. It is the way research is wired for newcomers. In today's video, I'll share 5 such psychological reasons why researchers feel the way they feel. I have been there. If you are a researcher, you have been there. And let's discuss this. One of the biggest psychological effects of this is big fish, small pond theory. In school or college, you are the topper. You enter into a space where now everyone around you is at same level or higher. Nothing changed about your intelligence, only the comparison group did. Feeling average in a group of exceptional people does not mean you are less capable. It means you have entered a highly selective environment. There's actually a psychologist, Leon Festinger. He showed something called as social comparison theory. We naturally judge ourselves by comparing to others. The problem in PhD is the first draft of yours is getting compared to the final version for someone else. You watch professors answer questions effortlessly. You see polished conferences. You read perfectly written journal articles. What you don't see is the failed experiments that they have gone through, years of work experience that they have put, and revisions behind that. A beginning of someone is getting compared to the end experience of someone else. It's perfectly normal to feel this way, but I have to tell you, and I'm telling you this from my own experience. Do not go by what your brain tells you always. See what is your bandwidth, see what are the expectations you are keeping with yourself, and you will be in a really happy place when it comes to a PhD. Here is something an experienced researcher almost experiences. The more you go deeper into the field, the more you feel like you don't know anything. Feels like we are going backwards. Shouldn't knowledge necessarily increase confidence? Not really. As the understanding of the subject grows, we realize the conflicting evidence, unanswered questions, and limits of current knowledge. This is how things operate. It does not necessarily reflect on you. Feeling intellectually humbled is not necessarily a sign of weakness. It is actually a sign that you are going ahead in your knowledge. Another psychological trap is actually survivorship bias. You see published papers, successful grants, research breakthroughs, but you don't know their struggle behind the scenes. You don't know how there are so many emotional fluctuations, there are so many mood swings. People around them are almost all the time stressed. Academic world is heavily filtered. Everyone tries to show their positive side, which is a good thing, but then it does not allow those who have joined new to feel at home in their shoes. I had my publication published in my 5th year of PhD, and I do have to mention that till the time I've only heard people around me saying, when you will get the publication, what is the need? A point it led me into a bitter space, but then I had to remind myself and I had to take a clear stand for myself. My PhD will not be dear to anyone more than me. It is just how this journey works. There can be different things, there can be different aspects associated with it. There are different things that are going on at the same time in the life of a research scholar. It does not mean that you believe the narrative that is going on around you. It's easy to believe you are the only one struggling, but you are not. You are seeing the incomplete picture. This is the greatest mistake research scholars make. Making research your identity, tying it to your self-worth. If a paper gets rejected, it becomes I'm not good enough. If an experiment fails, it becomes I'm a failure. Research evaluates your work, not your PhD. The best researchers are not the ones who don't doubt themselves. They are the ones who don't let their doubts define them. One thing that has always helped me is to realize people around me project their opinions, their ambitions, and their insecurities. When I joined a PhD, it was really easy to get influenced by what others think. That need not be true for me, it is true for them. Your research is making you feel incompetent. Remember this. Research begins where certainty ends. You cannot really control what people say or what people think about you. But what you can control is to not let their projections become your own. You are not expected to know every answer, but you are expected to learn how to find them. The feeling of incompetence is mostly the product that you are working at a knowledge frontier that people around you can't even reach. It's simply a proof that you are intelligent. It does not mean you don't belong. And if you are feeling that way today, it might just be a sign that you are doing real research. I'll see you in the next video. If you like today's topic, let me know. I'm kind of rethinking the strategy for this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.